Hey, what's up, everybody? It's What's Up Wednesday, and it's time to ask what's up with people asking about bulk rates for creative services. If you've ever had this happen to you, you know how frustrating it is. So today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't be offering bulk rates for creative services and how to react to customers when they ask you to. That's right, today we've got another one. I know you guys love What's Up Wednesday because you've been telling me in the comments how much you love the content we're putting out, especially the TRS interview we did last week. We're going to hope to bring you more of those as time goes on. Try to really vary the content and mix it up so you get this education in a format that works for you and kind of keep things fresh. Today we're going to be talking about something that if you've been in the creative field for any amount of time, you have been asked before. We're going to talk about bulk orders. You know, there are sometimes clients that want to start right up front by asking you, hey, is there any way I can get a discount on this service by ordering multiple whatever you offers at the same time? So for me, it's videos or voiceovers. You might be creating logos or pieces of copy for a blog or, whatever it might be, doing kind of media work for somebody. I can't even imagine all the different services. Some of you have been told me you're doing video game mods and things like that. Super cool stuff. But no matter what you do, eventually you're going to have a customer come along that is so eager to get things going and get a deal that they say, hey, I want to order 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of what you do, 10 of your service wrapped into a ball at a time. Can I get a bulk rate for that? And this is something that it has always puzzled me. Why do people ask about this for creative services as though we're churning out widgets in a manufacturing setting? This idea of a bulk pricing discount really comes from manufacturing, doesn't it? Where you can actually make something cheaper if you make larger quantities. So if you've ever ordered a t-shirt online, you know that it's more expensive to order one t-shirt than it is to order 1,000 t-shirts because once they have everything set up, they can just run them right out. And it's a very common thing for people to think that way. Maybe they've been at the grocery store and said, well, if you buy 5 of these items, you'll get them at a discount. Whatever it is in the manufacturing or product sector, we see this all the time. There's a discount for buying in bulk. That's the whole basis of Sam's Club and Costco. But when it comes to creative services, what most of us are selling on Fiverr, that's a different ballpark altogether. That's something totally separate, totally different, and I believe something that shouldn't have bulk pricing attached to it. And I'll put a little asterisk on that because we'll talk about when I think it could possibly work at the very end of the video. So stick around and we'll talk about that toward the end. But my opinion for the general question of is there bulk pricing is no. We're creating creative services. These are one-off original creative works, and no matter how many someone orders from you, it should take you the same amount of time to churn out one piece for 10 clients or 10 for one client, because each individual work is its own thing, and it's not going to be faster if the client orders 10. It's not going to be less complex if they order 10 unless there's parts of these things that you can reuse, but that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody saying, I want 5 original pieces or 10 original pieces of this from you. If I order them all, can I get a discount? And so I think that you really need to develop your opinion on this before you're asked the question. And obviously my opinion is you shouldn't be giving discount for bulk orders because they're individual creative works, and you need to stand firm on the quality of your work and the value of your time in order to make sure that people will value you and come back over and over. In fact, this is kind of akin to another question, a separate but kind of a cousin question that people often ask is, hey, do you have a discount for repeat buyers? Which I hate even more, because the reason they're a repeat buyer is because they know you do good work. And it's just as much a benefit to them to buy from you again as it is for you to have them as a repeat customer. So it's silly to me that people ask for these discounts at specific times, whether they think they can get a discount by ordering more or by coming back a second time. You need to develop a policy on that because you're going to eventually be asked that question. And obviously, if you ask me, I would say find a good way to explain that to people, that it's just not any quicker to create these individual creative works. It's not the same as a physical product. Now, here's the asterisk I will put in that. But before I tell you my little exception to the rule, I want to ask you a question of the day. That's right, the question of the day today is related to bulk orders. Has anyone ever asked you to give them a bulk discount? And did you give them a discount? I'd really love to hear what you have done in this situation up to this point, and maybe if my opinion is dissuading you from doing that in the future, or if you'll continue to do it. I am certainly open to hearing your opinion and your experience. I want to hear it, so leave it for us in the comments down below and tag it with QOTD. Okay, now back to my little asterisk, the one time that I do consider giving people a discount on bulk orders, and this is what I consider to not necessarily be a discount, but kind of an insurance policy for me to have them come back for all the projects, and that is giving them the ability to purchase all these things at once and get a very small discount for doing it. So for instance, if you're selling a creative service and it costs $500 and someone says, can I get a discount for buying 5 of these videos from you? Well, you certainly don't give anyone a discount who wants to buy them one at a time. The only time you should consider giving a very small discount is when they'll place the order for all 5 videos, or however many they want, or whatever they're asking you for, all 5 pieces of service at once, up front. Why? Because that then is a guarantee that they're coming back for all 5 projects, should you do a good job and not blow it along the way. So often what I'll do is I'll offer a minor discount on the overall project itself. So let's just say someone's buying 7 pieces that are $100 a piece. Maybe you offer a service that's a $100 service. Someone wants 7 of them. It's a $700 value on the project. And they say, can I get a bulk discount? You'll say, no, we don't actually offer bulk discount for creative services. And here's why. Talk about the things we talked about in this video. Then say, however, if you want to order all 7 up front, I can give you a small discount in good faith because you're ordering all of them at once. So if the total value is $700, I'm going to offer them something in the range of 5%, a 5% discount. And sometimes it's easier to say, I'm going to offer you X amount of dollars, but sometimes it's nice to say, I'll give you 5%, a 5% discount. So, I made the math really hard on myself here. A 10% discount at $700 will be $70. So 5% would be $35, half of that. But not a huge amount of discount, but it's something. It's an olive branch to say, nah, we don't really do that, but I will offer this to you if you want to order them all up front. And it might have them saying, not a huge discount. I'll just order them individually, and if you can come through on the first one, then you'll get the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and so out. And sometimes that works great, and other times they'll say, yeah, sure, if I'm going to order 7, I'll go ahead and save $35 on the purchase, or 5%, or whatever it is you're offering. Don't use that as a prescriptive way to do things. Use that as a descriptive way of how you could do things. Think about your specific scenario. If you have a process that would make it easier for you to create something that's in multiples, then you might be looking at a totally different scenario. But for the majority of us on Fiverr, we're selling individual creative works. And unless something's being reused or stamped over again, there's really no discount to be had, because your time is just as valuable on that first project as it is on the 7th project. And you shouldn't lower your rate just because a customer likes you enough to come back over and over and over again, which is essentially what a bulk order is. In fact, anybody willing to put in a bulk order up front means they see a ton of promise in your finished work, your ability, your talent. They love your reviews. They think you've got a great gig page. If they come to you with that up front, then you know that they're ready to place that order because they see a lot of value in you already. And the worst thing in the world is for you to devalue yourself when someone else doesn't even try to. When they already see the value in you, they're coming to you, and you go ahead and just discount yourself when you just don't need to win the project. Listen, I know it can hurt to lose out on the opportunity to get that huge order or larger than normal order if you don't negotiate your way into it. But you will be prouder with yourself and happier with yourself when you stand your ground and you do get the bulk order with someone who really appreciates and values your time and values your talent and your ability and wants to work with you, whether there's a discount on the stated rate or not. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for today's video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. You made it all the way to the end of this one. You must think there's some great value here, so do that. And if you like this content, give me a thumbs up down below. That's really helpful. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to get the most out of your seller experience, learn from me personally, get digital mentorship, then you need to join me over on Patreon. Become an insider today. We do exclusive videos just for insiders every Friday. Patreon.com/DJYoung. You can send me your questions. I do a Q&A video just of insider questions the first Friday of every month, and I have exclusive content every single Friday that's like this and a little bit deeper. So make sure you check that out if you're interested, if you're ready to make Fiverr your full-time gig, or even just get better at what you're doing already. That is the perfect place to be. So as always, remember, keep doing, because the future favors the doers.